Konnichiwa, Satoko desu. Welcome back to my easy Japanese lesson. On our last lesson, we learned "nan desu ka," which means what is it? Remember, it's based on this is a pen, right? If you still haven't checked it out, go check it out my last video right now before watching this lesson, because today's lesson is based on "nan desu ka," which is what is it? So let's get started. Today, we're going to learn "nanji desu ka?" "Nanji desu ka?" which means what time is it? So the first, I want to introduce you guys to a new Japanese word. That is jikan, which means time. The pronunciation tip. Jikan, ji as in gin, you know, the gin tonics, gin, the ji. And kan as in kanpai. Remember, that means cheers, right? That kan. Jikan, jikan. So now, let's create nanji desu ka, which is what time. The step one, you're going to create what is it in Japanese. Remember the last lesson? That is nan desu ka, right? So now, step two, you're going to add ji from jikan, which is time, ji after nan. So, nanji desu ka? Nanji desu ka? So that means what time is it? Now, step three, this is optional. If you want to ask, what time is it now? So, the now, we say ima in Japanese, as in imagines ima. And you're going to add ima at the beginning. So, you know, in English, now is at the end, but you're going to, you know, add ima at the beginning of the sentence. So you're going to add first, ima nanji desu ka? Which means, what time is it now? So now, how to answer to nanji desu ka? It's pretty simple. And this is how you answer. Time, desu. You just add desu after the time. So now, time in Japanese. How can we say time in Japanese? And this is pretty simple too. So you're just gonna add ji. Remember the jikan, the times ji. You're going to add ji after number. If you still haven't mastered the number, go check out my couple videos. I'll put on the description column so you can check it out. So yeah, I hope you know how to count from 0 to at least 12. So 1 o'clock. Remember 1? That's ichi, right? So you just add ji after ichi, ichiji. And 2 o'clock. Remember 2? That's ni, right? You add ji and niji. That's 2 o'clock. Now 3 o'clock. Remember 3? That's san, right? Add ji and sanji. That's 3 o'clock. And now here's an exception here. So 4 o'clock. Remember 4? It's either shi or yon. So we don't use shi when it comes to time. So we use yon, however, partially. So we just gonna remove that sound n and we say yoji. That's 4 o'clock. Yoji. Alright. Now 5 o'clock. 5 is go, right? Add ji and goji. And now 6 o'clock. 6 is roku, right? Add ji and rokuji. And 7 o'clock. Now, what's 7 in Japanese? It's either nana or shichi, right? And when it comes to time, we don't use nana. We use shichi. So, shichiji. That's 7 o'clock. Now, 8 o'clock. 8 is hachi, right? So, add ji and hachiji. And now 9 o'clock. So what's 9 in Japanese? That's Q or ku, right? When it comes to time, we don't use Q, we use ku. So kuji, that's 9 o'clock. And 10 o'clock, and 10 is ju, right? Add ji and juji. Now 11 o'clock. And do you remember how to count 11? That's 10 plus 1, right? So 11 that's 11. 11時, that's 11 o'clock. And now 12 o'clock. 12 is 12 and a G and 12時. So now you know how to count the time. So occasionally we use this 000, which means midnight. And remember 0, how do we say in Japanese? So it's either 0 or 0, right? So when it comes to time, we don't use 0. So we use 0 and a G and 0時. That means midnight, the 12 a.m. midnight. Okay? So the final step here. How can we say AM and PM in Japanese? So AM, we say 午前. 午前. Like go, like let's go is go. And zen, as in the kom zen, 午前. And now PM is gogo. I know it looks like go, right? We pronounce it gogo. You hear it? So now AM and PM, we add AM, PM before the time. Alright? So in English, it's after, right? 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. But in Japanese, it's more like AM, the time. So if you want to say 6 a.m., how are you going to say it? So you're going to say AM first. AM is 午前. And what's 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock is 6時. So 午前6時. It means 6 a.m. And so if you get asked, 何時ですか? Which is, what time is it? This is how you can answer. And you just put time, des, right? And if you want to answer, it's 6 a.m. You're going to first have to say AM first, which is 午前. And then 6 o'clock, which is 6時. And you're going to add des. So 午前6時です. That's the answer. It's 6 a.m. So now, if you want to say it's 4 p.m. now, if you want to add now, how can we say this? And quite often in Japanese, we translate it from the back. So if you want to translate it from the back, you're going to say now first. Remember what was now? That's 今, right? 今, and then you say PM, which is 午後. And then 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock is, it's not 4時, right? It's 4時. And then you're going to add des. So 今午後4時です. Do you see it? It's like now, PM, 4 o'clock. It is part of des, right? 今午後4時です. That's how you can answer it. Well, today's lesson was 何時ですか? Thank you for watching, guys. どうもありがとうございました. If you still haven't, please subscribe. And if you like, please press the like button. ありがとう. And I'll see you guys on our next lesson. じゃあね. Bye bye.